Yeah, this field is, well, it's kind of going to be at its longest point now, kind of getting around that slough there, but that's not even a half mile when I have to turn around. But I can pretty much only make one round, and I'll have to dump, probably have a 3/4, I guess, by the time I get back to the end here, and I'll have to dump then. Can't make 2 rounds, so which is pretty good. But yeah, this field is doing a lot better than the other field was, which makes sense because it's a little bit better soil here. It's got a little more low bottom. You can just tell I was combining a little bit last night. Like, I went into the dark a little bit since, you know, it's actually going fairly well. I got a little bit more done than I thought I would, and just tell when I had the lights on, just the windrows are just like reflecting shiny, just because of all the shells. It's really bright. A lot of oats. So those things, you can have a lot of yield, but you can also have a lot of problems though too, which, like anything else, yield always doesn't mean everything. It's just, you know, I want a good quality crop. You know, I mean, yes, yield is kind of important too, but I guess when I'm like, you know, looking for seed or varieties, I'm usually that usually takes a back seat, because I'm usually looking at, like, you know, resistance with, you know, diseases or issues, how tough of a stem it is, does it hold up well, drought resistant, you know, and then then yield kind of comes then, just because it's one of those things you want to be able to get the crop off. And I guess test weight's another one too, you know, which variety kind of good quality, so that you know, we have a good grain crop. We'll have one more field of oats to do yet. I gotta go look at it this weekend, see. I'm sure it's gonna have to be swathed this weekend. I just want to see how far along the low spots are. Make sure it's kind of there in the same ballpark as this field was for swathing. That other oat field was seeded about, I don't know how many days later, like a week later, I think, compared to these 2 fields. I'll be doing that a few times this year, going from oats to durum, and then durum back to oats again, then probably back to durum then, and then going back, and then eventually doing the flaxseed then, and then the flaxseed to the soybeans, whatever. It don't really matter so much then after that, then soybeans to corn. But we usually still drop some of the traps anyways, then clean out a few of the places. Just, I don't know, usually what we do anyways. Just kind of keeping that habit of not mixing grain crops together. Plus, doing that too, it gives me a reason to check over stuff then too. When I'm doing some of that stuff, kind of looking around things then, having some things open. And it's fun so far, I guess, so that's kind of a change of pace since 2020, when we did soybeans that year. That was kind of fun doing the soybeans that year, decent soybean crop, so. Yeah, I think that was the last time I had fun harvesting, actually, pretty much. Last year, just kind of like a headache. All them oats. Hey, I got a grain cart driver for now. Mom came out. So kinda bring the cart where I need it. Be a little efficient then, or try to be efficient. Still not going to load on the go just because we want
to loaded, she can work her way out to where we had loaded the last time.
Just don't want to drive over the windrows so much. I mean, we've driven down windrows before in the past when we're in a super hurry, but want to be able to bale up most of the straw.
Maybe
So
be a little further west as the ducks don't go through their yard so bad.
plus with it being windy out too, you know, hate unloading on the go. It's kind of hard because it's hard to unload on the back of the cart with the wind. You know, you don't want it blowing off. So you have to keep the auger down a little bit lower towards the back more, angled down further. It's just like flaxseed too. It's so light, the wind will just so it's kind of a pain. But the wind should be dying down a little bit gradually over the day, course of the day a little bit, but kind of bad out right now. I think the worst part of the day is right now. Well, I think on the home stretch here, I'm gonna combine this low spot here. It'll go. The oats are plenty dry enough, just that some of the stems are a little green yet, and gotta watch for clumps, I guess, but it'll go though. Gotta kind of take my time down here. This can't be rushed here, so I want to get it done. That's about it. It's just pouring in. Jeez. Gosh, just ridiculous. I'm not used to something like that where it's just few and far in between. Oh, all finished up. Unbelievable, that low spot, like, just nuts. Man. But I'll check. It's almost 7 o'clock already. Yeah, it took me some time. I had to take my time, so. But get the combine cleaned out, check stuff over, and yeah, real. Still got some. I got probably half a hopper now. It's great, just nuts.